Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs. This is Gundam Battle Operation 2, and this is a request from Thomas, who wanted the Gym Sniper 3 mid-range support type in the colors of the flag of the Kingdom of Aedirn from The Witcher, which, yeah, looked up. That is a nice color scheme. Worked really well, and I'm pretty happy with it. So this was a weird round. I feel like I was a little bit less dumb in many ways than I have been in rounds lately, but also just yeah, I end up in trouble a lot of times, but I managed to shoot my way out of it a few more than I normally do. So yay, I guess. But we'll see how that goes. I did this more than a day ago, so it has been wiped from the short term memory. So, but yeah, I have vague memories of yeah, I managed to deal with up close trouble better than I expected to. So we'll see if that happens to be true. The We've already got somebody planning a bomb on our side, which yeah, that works. This is a good stage for that, I think, because it's a little bit easier for both teams to spread out, and other team thought it was a good idea too, obviously. Yeah, it's easier for the teams to spread out, which means that you are a little bit less likely to get ganged up on if your team is down a member. Now both teams are down a member, and yeah, I'm starting out a little not good here because yeah, the Jim Quell found me flat out, and yeah, I am in very not good shape, and I am very far away from the rest of the team. So yeah, this is just going to be me getting very killed. Because yeah, all it needed at that point was its Vulcans, because I had no health. But I'm not, this time I managed to realize, yeah, I got myself separated. I should have tried to get back towards the team, though, back towards the team is one of the two corners, and that I was kind of in between both of those. But yeah, it looks like they are fighting things around the base. I probably should have joined in, but I decided may as well try and help number two with that quell, because, oh, that's not a quell. That's something I actually have type advantage on. I just hit 2 out of 3 projectiles. One thing I really like about this is, in addition to having a one-handed sniper rifle that can fire while moving, not while boosting, but while walking, which is better than most Gym Sniper type rifles. It also has a cannon that fires a 3-round volley, so not as much damage, obviously, as the standard Gym Sniper cannon, but it does stop things, which very useful, especially when I end up dealing with that Jim Quell face first repeatedly. Missed my charge shot by a mile, and I actually landed one of those, but iframes from a tackle, and there's support fire, which I don't know how I didn't notice that until it landed on my face, but that was dumb. Just I walked into it. That was so dumb. And there's a Gundam EX, which just managed to get me with its goofy kick. I'd like to get that sometime. Also, I'd like the weird Requiem for Vengeance Zaku's in the game too. But we've talked about this before. I want everything in the game. That's just how it is. And in terms of everything being in the game, got a good announcement yesterday that was not, in fact, an April Fool's joke. So that is that Wing Gundam Zero, the TV version no less, is headed to the Steam version of the game. So yeah, looking forward to seeing how that works. And yeah, I'm not sure if I think they've also got a Gym Sniper 3. No, they've got I think it's a gun cannon heavy weapons type, because it's I think I saw a volley, which is something that the gun cannon heavy does, similarly to what I do, except twice as many cannons. Yeah, Wing Zero is coming. That was part of a series of announcements made on April 1st for the 30th anniversary of Gundam Wing. We got it about 5 years after the rest after Japan, so you're not quite as old as you're feeling right now, just close. But the thing to remember with April Fool's jokes coming out of Japan is that they tend to be like goofy illustrations and mashups, and like just like temporary things that are very obviously not to be taken super seriously. Whereas, uh, the apparently like the new fiscal quarter or possibly fiscal year begins that same day in Japan. So yeah, that tends to be when announcements happen too. So it's ridiculous, but also just if if your lie detection skills are good, you can you'll have a better day. But I was really happy I managed to not only shoot that Jim Quell when it moved in on me, but also counter it. And it knew I was going to do that, baited out my tackle. I managed to stun it again though, and managed to stun it again with the cannons. Yeah, this is what I was saying about the Jim Sniper 3 has pretty good short range defenses. That was just a matter of timing. And yeah, luckily the Quell missed me. And I didn't realize I had a teammate right here, which means that I'm actually probably, yep. Okay, the Quell got me just as it went up, but yeah, I did manage to hold it still long enough for my teammate to take it down, and that's pretty much all I wanted. So yeah, like I said, this is pretty good for up close defense against things that are trying to kill you. To be honest, just one of the reasons I saved this one, even though it, as I recall, doesn't come out so well in general, is just that I had a couple of moments like that where I managed to keep the raid off of me, and it's been years since just I was able to, handle self defense that well in the support, and just that felt good. So that's why I'm running this. Because yeah, just like there's some kind of old school feeling anti raid play here that just you know I finally hit a round that worked with my outdated skills. It was a nice feeling. Because yeah, this is part of the problem I have is that I used to be able to handle raids like this when the game started. Raids have gotten better. I have not necessarily, and your options for dealing with them have gotten a little bit more limited and a little bit less less good overall. I feel like so I'm not as good at it as I used to be, and that's partly just me and partly just how the game works now. And I kind of wish I hadn't done that melee swing because that put the Quell back on its feet, but that's okay because okay, no, it's shield 8 all 3 of my range shots. Yeah, so if I hadn't hit it with that melee swing, I probably would have been able to take it down myself. That said, 15 seconds left. We are 2,000 points down. That's, bad. But yeah, like I said, managed to hold my own against the Quell relatively well multiple times. So that's, like I said, been forever. That's why I like this. I went with it. But yeah, okay. Got the assist, but yeah, we did not have time to take down enough enemies to close the gap. So that is the limit of my success with the Gym Sniper 3 right now. I did get top damage at 75k and top assist at 840. So yeah, I was definitely doing fairly well, and only 1 in 3. But again, I think 2 out of 3 of those were the Quell, and I managed to hold it off. So I'm happy with that. And that is going to do it for today's Gundam Battle Operation 2. Hope you enjoyed the round, Thomas. And until next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later. But yeah, among the April Fool's jokes that went around yesterday, Go Nagai's company, Dynamic Productions, and Ishimori Productions, the production company for Shotaro Ishinomori, RIP, the creator of Kamen Rider, put out a thing supposedly about Cyborg 0082, which can be pronounced Hani. So yeah, basically Cutie Honey is one of the 009 cyborgs. So, well, 009 officially. Hey, I got through that round relatively coherently, and now I'm in full blather mode. But meanwhile, Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis, I believe it is, just went full on high school AU for their event. So yeah, there's some, like I said, there's some April Fool's jokes out there, but they generally are pretty well telegraphed as not to be taken seriously. Whereas things like the announcement for Wing Gundam Zero, pretty straight faced. So to be honest, I appreciate the distinction because I'll be honest, I am 800,000 years old and I have had my fill of straight faced internet April Fool's jokes. They're almost always more trouble than they're worth.